Subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
When you have Mr. Nikhil Advani
Mhm.
approaching you for a series like this, that is a conscious decision. Because, as an actor, you always want to enjoy the process.
Do people still come to Mohit Raina and remind him of Devo Ke Dev Mahadev?
Oh, yes, of course.
Let's do this.
When it comes to you, I get super nervous.
Surely.
The Zoom house act.
And
You're more nervous than I am.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah, and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the very talented Mohit Raina. What's up, Mohit? How are you? Welcome to MissMalini.
Thank you so much, Shravan. I've been good. How have you been?
I have been great, just adjusting to this new normal, like they call it.
Safety is of utmost priority right now for
Yeah,
everyone.
that's true.
So fingers crossed.
So Mohit, I've seen the trailer of Mumbai Diaries, and what I like about the trailer is that right from the first scene, you understand what this show is going to be all about. You know what the pulse of this show is. Okay. Now I want to ask you, as an actor, when you are a part of something that's so thriving, okay, what is the take back that you have as an actor after you're done with the project like this?
Well, I think there are many. You cannot just single it out. When you have Mr. Nikhil Advani
Mhm.
approaching you for a series like this,
Yeah.
he's the king of the genre. He is the master of putting the real life events through his perspective, through his lens.
Yeah.
To tell the story in his way. When he's there, Amazon is backing the project. It's Amazon original, and then top of it, you got to play the role of a doctor, a medical professional, which has not been tried for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you just dive deep in without thinking, and you just feel blessed that you got to see life through a different perspective, through a different lens of doctors. We at times take these. I think that was before pandemic, because pandemic has definitely made us realize the importance of this fraternity. Before that, we might at times people would be taking them for granted, like thinking that okay, we are just going to pay them their fee and we're taking the prescription, taking the medicines, and going back home.
Yeah.
I guess there was certain amount of carelessness, I guess, involved. But after pandemic, people have really realized the importance and the respect and the selflessness that they showed. So I think that has somehow been, as an actor, it's one more opportunity to see life through a different lens.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes complete sense. Also, when you're playing a character like this, okay, there is a lot of responsibility that rides on your shoulder also, right? Because you're not just playing any other fictional character, you're playing a doctor, and this is an event that has happened. This is not a fictional event, like, where you can use it as a blank canvas and paint it the way you want to. So what is the kind of responsibility that backs on your shoulder when you're playing a character like this?
Well, when the vision of the maker is very clear, so then you're 1/3 or more than your 50% job is done.
Yeah.
So Mr. Nikhil Advani was very clear from the beginning that what he wanted.
Yeah.
I still remember the first day when I went on the set. We went to do a rehearsal over there. Before we still had like 2 days to go for the shoot, and I could see the bamboos on the set. I could see the floor was, the water was dripping, and I could see the walls were half done. They were not completely painted. There was a lot of smell. There was sand. There was mud. Everything over there. So I said, I just said to myself that no way they can start in 2 days. This is going to take a long time.
Uh-huh.
When I told him the same thing, he said, "I'm ready. This is a part of your hospital. This is what you are going to shoot, and I am ready to shoot from tomorrow. This bamboo will be there. This bamboo is not going anywhere. The water will keep dripping. The sand is also there, and everything is there. This is the part of the set. That was his vision. That was his world. What he wanted to show.
Yeah.
So the event is separate. Mumbai 2611. It's just the story is just not about that particular night or what happened on the field. It's a different field. It's the field that we are trying to show as the hospital.
Yeah.
Like what happened in that hospital. You know, it's a story like if that hospital for that night was equipped to handle X number of patients, what was their response when they had 5 or 4 times or 10 times the numbers?
Yeah.
Their staff was limited. They didn't have enough medicine. So how did they handle the situation?
Yeah.
What was the chaos all about? You know?
Yeah.
So it is all that. It is the amalgamation of everything.
Everything.
Put together.
Yeah. Makes sense. What I've noticed about you, Mohit, is that you have been choosing scripts very carefully. Okay, now is that somewhere a conscious decision? Because once you're a part of the script, it becomes like this script was written or this character was written for Mohit. Okay. Now is that also somewhere a conscious decision that you've been taking, that I want to be a part of certain scripts and I don't want to be a part of certain scripts?
Yes, obviously, yes. That is a conscious decision. Because as an actor, you always want to enjoy the process of becoming something, of learning and then unlearning the entire process. Trying to play different characters all the time. You might get stuck in your own web. When you start just randomly doing project after project just for the sake of it. So I try and do something different all the time. So yeah, God has been kind, and I think it is thankfully to the makers. Makers have been kind enough to show that kind of faith in me at times. So I'm very hopeful, and I think that OTT platforms, they have completely changed the entire perspective.
That is true.
So there's a lot of talent out there. There's immense talent out there to see. So I think this is the best phase, and I'm fortunate enough to be a part of this phase.
Yeah. Do people still come to Mohit Raina and remind him of Dev Mahadev?
Oh yes, of course. Of course. My phone still rings more on Shivratri than on my birthday. So that clearly shows the fact that people still remember me more on that day. So yeah.
But Mohit, isn't it great to essay a character so larger than life that you will always be remembered as that character, even eons of years ago? Because I know so many people today, like I know my niece today still watches, she's 2 years old, she's still watching Dev Mahadev every day. It's a part of a routine today. How does that make you feel, that people today still remember you as the character that you've essayed back then?
Oh, it's lovely. Just imagine, it's lovely here. And the best part is, there is, as you said, the niece is like 2 or 3 or 4 year old. There's no age bar,
Yeah.
Grandmothers, great grandmothers, they love me and they say, "Beta, tum bahut achhe ho." Their daughter-in-laws love me. They said, you really look good and you do a good job. Their daughters also love me and say, "Uncle, you look really sexy." And the nieces also like me and they say, "Uncle, you did a great job." When all the age brackets you have covered and they all love you, what else do you need?
That's true.
I think I'm fortunate enough that they love me so much.
Yeah, that's so well said, man. Also, another thing that you said, that today OTT platforms is the reason why today there's so much talent out there, and you are getting to witness that kind of talent thanks to the OTT platforms. Okay, you think as an artist, you've been an artist for the longest time now. Okay, do you think it's a great time to be an artist in today's time? Because today you can be a part of a film, you can be a part of an OTT show, you can be a part of a television show, and your talent is not limited, right? And thanks to OTTs today, your content is watched literally everywhere globally. It's not just bound to India today. So, do you think it's a great time to be an artist today?
A few months, I think this is before pandemic. I was going towards town, and and there was a signal of Haji Ali, famous signal that is there. So there's a guy selling flowers on the signal, and he had a mobile phone in his left hand, and in the right hand he had a bouquet of flowers, and he was selling those flowers. And he came up to me, flowers lily, flowers lily. And as soon as I put my window down, he said, "Arey aap, bhaiya ye dekho, main aap hi ka show dekh raha tha." And he took out the phone and he showed it to me, and he had paused at it. And I took the flowers and I went ahead, and I just thought to myself, see where the world has come to.
Yeah.
There's a guy who has a small smartphone, which is very affordable nowadays.
Yeah.
He has some streaming connection. He's watching a show online and simultaneously doing his own business.
Yeah.
So that is what OTT has done. And it's not only for the people who are in front of the camera. It's for the people who are behind the camera. Be the writer, actually there are so many writers, so much talent is coming out. There are action directors, costume stylists, dancers, actors, directors, assistant directors, DOPs. In fact, you take our DOP, Kushal.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young lad in his 20s, early 20s. What a fabulous job he's done.
Yeah.
You know, so there's so much talent and there's so much scope for everyone, and it is here to survive.
For sure.
TV, films, OTT, everything is here, and it will all survive. It's just that I personally feel we just need to respect the medium. We should not take the medium for granted, because audience is very ruthless. As I said, I was earlier also talking to someone and telling them the same thing, that audience is going to be very ruthless, because it's just a matter of a fraction of a second. They just need to change the button.
Yeah.
Earlier they had to get up from the seat. Now they need to get up from the seat. They are sitting in the comfort of their house. They're just going to change the button. So you have to be very careful. You know, in fact, I also do that when I watch some international shows or whatever we watch on the OTT platform. I think, after 5 minutes, you think, no, this is not something that I want to watch, or this is not something I'm convinced with. You know, so if you just change it.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to be a little more careful in your own storytelling. You will make mistakes. Everybody is bound to make mistakes. We are human. But as long as you learn from your mistakes and rectify them, that is something that audience will forgive you for. Otherwise, they won't.
That is so true. That is so true. And I know for a fact that you are going to go a long way in this OTT race. But all the very best for your show. And thank you so much for talking to me. So that was all for today, folks. Do like, share and subscribe to Miss Malini. And do tune in next Tuesday for yet another episode of Bollywood Zoomies.